Today, the life scenario you are about to experience is the lifetime of an accountant. Congratulations. You have just passed the exam and become a certified public accountant, or CPA for short. After countless rounds of interviews, you successfully land a job at a major accounting firm. You receive a $50,000 signing bonus and an annual salary of $90,000. You have a cubicle by the window on the 48th floor and you have no complaints. This is only the beginning. Over the next 5 years, your life becomes a blur of 80-hour workweeks. But you begin to learn the real rules of the game. You discover enormous loopholes and save your clients money. You establish shell companies in Delaware and transfer assets to the Cayman Islands. Everything is completely legal, everything is just numbers. You are exceptionally good at it, so you get promoted and receive even larger bonuses. You buy an apartment with glass curtain walls. You buy a watch that costs more than your first car, but it is still not enough. You want more. At first, it is only something small. One of your major clients is about to announce lower than expected earnings to investors. The share price will collapse. Your bonus will be affected and the client will be unhappy, so you adjust the books. You move a little from here and shift a little over there. Just like that, you rearrange several major expenses, push the problem further into the future, and make the client extremely satisfied. The auditors might discover it, but that is a problem for another day. There is nothing that cannot be solved with a little numerical trickery. You have just saved the situation. You have also just committed a serious crime. You feel the rush of adrenaline. It feels even better than the bonus. You do it again and again. Your methods become increasingly creative, then you get caught. A senior person at the firm discovers what you have been doing, but you are not fired. We are temporarily suspending your license, a partner tells you. We need to conduct a comprehensive internal review. Officially, you have not been dismissed. But they have not reported you to the regulatory board either. Not yet, you are trapped. You cannot work for another accounting firm. You are stuck and the mortgage payment on your glass-walled apartment is coming due. You spend 2 weeks staring blankly at the wall. The review keeps getting delayed, your savings run out. You are preparing to sell your watch to pay the mortgage when your phone rings. It is an unknown number. You read the person who can make things disappear. I heard you re-available, a meeting is arranged. Not in an office, but in a booth at the back of a 24-hour diner. The man sitting across from you slides a phone across the table. A cheap disposable plastic burner phone. I have a client, he says. He has a problem, too much cash. He explains the situation. His client operates several cash-only businesses and needs to transform the money into legitimate income that can be used to buy houses, cars, and larger companies. He needs an excellent accountant, the man says, but there's a problem. Your accounting license is being held by your former employer. We know everything about your license, the man says. The partners at your old firm do whatever we tell them to do. We can make this review continue forever or we can make it disappear immediately. Your choice. You pick up the burner phone. You receive a text, the man says. This is your first job, don't disappoint us. An hour later the message arrives. It contains an address. A storage unit beside the highway. You drive there in your luxury sedan feeling deeply uneasy. You open the rolling door. Inside are 3 pallets wrapped in plastic film, piled high with $20 and $50 bills. A full $100,000. The phone vibrates. Clean it within 1 week. You panic. You are a certified public accountant, not a criminal. But then your brain starts working. The rules of the game are the same. Everything is just numbers. You have always been clever, just as you were in your previous job. You register companies, open accounts, walk into different banks, and use a few tricks to deposit all the cash. Within hours you have arranged everything. It is no longer cash. It has become numbers that you can manipulate. You make the money dance. It races through countless countries and countless accounts until it becomes a ghost. Then comes the final step, integration. You know this process extremely well, a high-interest loan, a down payment. The purchase of a shopping center, the cash disappears. In its place stands a tangible asset. The phone vibrates again. It is the same man. The client is very satisfied. He wants to meet you. This time the meeting is not in a diner. It is aboard a private jet. You are blindfolded for the entire flight. When the plane lands, you find yourself at a ranch. The man waiting to greet you is Al Jefe. He is wearing jeans and a simple polo shirt, and he is grilling steaks. He hands you a steak on a paper plate. So you read the magician, he says. All that banking stuff is a waste of time, he says. But that shopping center was good. We're going to buy more of them. This is not a one-time job, this is a promotion. You are now the chief financial officer of a multinational criminal organization. Your job is no longer 80 hours a week. You are now on call 24 hours a day. You become their expert in moving money. You freely buy overpriced avocados, purchase casinos and manipulate gambling chips, or acquire expensive artworks by unknown artists. You live the kind of life you have only seen in movies. You have a penthouse in Miami, you have a driver, you have a private chef. Under your bed is an emergency bag containing $500,000 and 6 different passports. Each passport comes with a convincing new identity, but you are a prisoner. You are no longer your own person, you have no real freedom, you are Al Jefe's asset. You are the person who knows where every single dollar is hidden. You cannot contact your family. It is safer for them that way. You cannot have friends. Friends are weaknesses. They are people the Drug Enforcement Administration can pressure. You only have accomplices. They do not talk about sports. They only talk about who has been arrested and who has disappeared. The paranoia never stops. Every morning you check your car for GPS tracking devices. You replace your burner phone every week. You never sit with your back facing a door. Whenever an unfamiliar car parks on your street, you watch it for hours. Is it carrying federal agents? Or is it carrying their people? Your old life now seems like a joke. You would give anything to go back to filling out boring spreadsheets. Anything to return to that cubicle. You have personally seen what happens to people who make mistakes. One enforcer was found to have stolen $20,000. He was later discovered inside a barrel. One of Jefe's friends spoke to someone he should not have spoken to, then he simply disappeared. And you are the greatest liability of them all. You are the only person who can connect Jefe to his money. You are the only person capable of testifying in court. Then one day you make a mistake, a very small mistake, a typographical error. You transfer $200,000 to the wrong shell company. You correct it within an hour, but the bank in Cyprus issues an alert. It is only a routine inquiry, only a form. But it is a crack in the wall. Your watcher, the man who follows you everywhere, sees you sweating. He sees you checking the emergency bag, he knows. The end does not arrive with a loud bang. It arrives as a text message on a phone you thought was secure. We need to talk. The sender is the man you met for the first time in the diner. You have not seen him in 5 years. He is waiting for you in the same diner. In the same booth at the back. You've done well, he says. Very well. Jefe is satisfied. He thinks of you as family. Do you know what that means? Family members are not allowed to retire. But the situation is changing, he says. The federal agents are getting smarter. They re-investigating your artworks, your cryptocurrency. You are a loose end, he says. A very, very expensive loose end. He slides an airline ticket across the table, a one-way ticket to Dubai, a new passport, a new life. You become a consultant for our new company over there. You leave tonight. A new job in a country with no extradition treaty. You look at the ticket, then you look at the man. What if I say no, you ask. The man smiles. Who said you had a choice? You are magician. We need you to perform one final disappearing act. You pick up the airline ticket and walk out of the diner. You do not return to your penthouse. You do not collect your emergency bag. You climb directly into the black sedan waiting for you outside. You no longer have free will. To the organization, you are nothing more than a number being moved into another column on someone else's spreadsheet. That is what it means to take one wrong step.